Well, Alex, you can probably see the Trump supporters here behind me. There are cars going by, hooting, and in the last few minutes, the president himself has tweeted from inside the hospital. Let me read it to you. Doctors, nurses, and all at the great Walter Reed Medical Center and others from likewise incredible institutions who have joined them are amazing, he said. Tremendous progress has been made over the last 6 months in fighting this plague. With their help, I am feeling well. Well, as you say, Alex, the doctors did give an upbeat assessment of the president's health. But remember, only 24 hours ago, they said that he was staying at the White House for his period of convalescence. And then we learned suddenly that he's been transferred here to this hospital behind me, suffering a fever and coughing. They say today that that fever has gone, and they say that at the moment there is no cause for concern. But there is a sense that perhaps we are not getting the full picture here, because one source familiar with the president's condition has said, in fact, that his vital signs over the last 24 hours were, in fact, quote, very concerning. Likewise, his doctors earlier really played a merry dance with journalists as to whether or not he, in fact, has needed supplemental oxygen over the past 24 hours. Listen to what they said. Thursday, no oxygen, none at this moment. And yesterday, with the team, while we were all there, he was not on oxygen, clearly implying that perhaps there had been a moment when he was needing extra supplemental oxygen. Of course, all this matters because the number of people in and around the president who are testing positive for coronavirus is growing on a daily basis, and because we know that he chose to continue his obligations on Thursday, even though he knew that one of his closest aides traveling with him on Air Force One had in fact contracted the virus the day before. So there are still very many questions left unanswered, Alex. One thing we do know, that the next 48 hours, though, will be critical for the president as he battles to stave off COVID-19.
I want to thank everybody for the tremendous support. I'm going to Walter Reed Hospital. I think I'm doing very well, but we're going to make sure that things work out. The First Lady is doing very well. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. I will never forget it. Thank you.
And with that, a masked and fatigued, feverish Donald Trump left the White House, where his doctors had said just hours earlier he would stay and convalesce during his bout of COVID-19. But instead, out of what was described as an abundance of caution, he boarded Marine One en route to a military hospital in nearby Maryland. As he disembarked 20 minutes later, his chief of staff, who'd travelled with the president in close confines, could be seen looking on, and rarely for him, wearing a mask. Not just him, everyone around the president now wearing protective gear. His doctor said Mr. Trump was being transferred here to the Walter Reed National Military Medical Center for monitoring, and that he had begun a course of remdesivir, an antiviral drug that has shown modest benefits for some. This morning, his entire team of carers emerged to reassure that the president was doing very well.
We are monitoring him very closely for any evidence of complications from either the coronavirus illness or the therapies that we are prescribing to make him better. We have monitored his cardiac function, his kidney function, his liver function. All of those are normal. And the president this morning is not on oxygen, not having difficulty breathing or walking around the White House medical unit upstairs.
As the list of those who've also tested positive.
I want to begin by thanking all of the incredible medical professionals, the doctors, the nurses, everybody at Walter Reed Medical Center. I think it's the finest in the world, for the incredible job they've been doing. I came here, wasn't feeling so well. I feel much better now. We're working hard to get me all the way back. I have to be back because we still have to make America great again. We've done an awfully good job of that, but we still have steps to go, and we have to finish that job. And I'll be back. I think I'll be back soon. And I look forward to finishing up the campaign the way it was started and the way we've been doing and the kind of numbers that we've been doing. We've been so proud of it. But this was something that happened, and it's happened to millions of people all over the world, and I'm fighting for them. Not just in the U.S., I'm fighting for them all over the world. We're going to beat this coronavirus, or whatever you want to call it, and we're going to beat it soundly. So many things have happened. If you look at the therapeutics, which I'm taking right now, some of them, and others are coming out soon that are looking like, frankly, they're miracles. If you want to know the truth, they're miracles. People criticize me when I say that, but we have things happening that look like they're miracles coming down from God. So I just want to tell you that I'm starting to feel good. You don't know over the next period of a few days. I guess that's the real test. So we'll be seeing what happens over those next couple of days. I just want to be so thankful for all of the support I've seen, whether it's on television or reading about it. I most of all appreciate what's been said by the American people, by almost a bipartisan consensus of American people. It's a beautiful thing to see, and I very much appreciate it, and I won't forget it. I promise you that. I also want to thank the leaders of the world for their condolences, and they know what we're going through. They know what, as your leader, what I have to go through. But I had no choice because I just didn't want to stay in the White House. I was given that alternative. Stay in the White House, lock yourself in, don't ever leave, don't even go to the Oval Office. Just stay upstairs and enjoy it. Don't see people, don't talk to people, and just be done with it. And I can't do that. I had to be out front, and this is America. This is the United States. This is the greatest country in the world. This is the most powerful country in the world. I can't be locked up in a room upstairs and totally safe and just say, hey, whatever happens, happens. I can't do that. We have to confront problems. As a leader, you have to confront problems. There's never been a great leader that would have done that. So that's where it is. I'm doing well. I want to thank everybody. Our First Lady is doing very well. Melania asked me to say something as to the respect that she has for our country, the love that she has for our country. And we're both doing well. Melania is really handling it very nicely. As you've probably read, she's slightly younger than me, just a little tiny bit. And therefore, just we know the disease, we know the situation with age versus younger people. And Melania is handling it statistically like it's supposed to be handled. And that makes me very happy, and it makes the country very happy. But I'm also doing well, and I think we're going to have a very good result. Again, over the next few days, we're going to probably know for sure. So I just want to thank everybody out there, everybody, all over the world, specifically the United States. The outpouring of love has been incredible. I will never